What's good, everyone? What's up? What's up? Good morning, afternoon, evening to all you guys too in these YouTube streets. What's good? What's good? Hopefully, you guys are doing good, enjoying your day, etc. And welcome to the Nerdy Lounge Table Talks, a place for us to talk about what's going on in when it comes to current events in our culture, from our environment to politics and just pop culture, when it comes to just, media from music, TV, video games, your fashion sense, you name it too. So, what's up? What's up? What's good? Good to see you guys also. Shout out to the peeps too who are here as well. So, it's kind of like, let me see if I say hi to the people in the chat. So, what's up to Kiba and to Elise and to all you guys too in the chat room too. Good to see you guys and people in the panel also. What's good? What's good? So, good to see you guys as well. And so, just interesting today too. I was just thinking about, and just meditating like what I should talk about too in this live stream today. Also, when it comes to current events and pop culture, and just really just reading some um, content on certain news platforms and just some credited news platforms and on YouTube. And it's just like I'm amazed still too how things are just changing in our environment and just not just culturally, but I mean culturally as well, but just in general. And it's just like with everything that's going on in our culture and just in our environment and what's going on here too, it's just really good to be aware of that as well, having an open discussion about it, especially when it comes to certain things too that affect us as a society. How we are represented, how most people are viewed too, and what's affecting our environment to what's how certain things influence us, etc. So, but anyways, but I'm glad you guys are in here too. So, Mrs. Banana Pants. So yeah, there you go. Yes, indeed. So shout out to Michelle. Good to see you as well. What's up? What's up, Michelle? Good to see you. And so also to your lovely sister Melinda and her family also. And just I just want to really have an open discussion with you guys too about our environment, what's going on here too. Just I know you probably guys heard of just the FBI rating Trump's stuff too recently. I don't know if you guys heard about that, and it's just reading about it. It popped up in my YouTube news feed too. Just last night, I was talking to some friends of mine till like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm surprised. I'm like part of me's half asleep, part of me's half awake, so it's kind of like that duality split there, and it's just like a lot of stuff is just changing in our environment. In the good way and the bad way too. And it's just, something to be really be aware of too. And just, there's some other stuff too I want to talk about too, with you guys also tonight too in the Tantric Lounge after hours, after I get a good nap of some sorts. And so it's just, when it comes to our culture too and what's happening in our environment and in pop culture too. And it's just I find it I say interesting, but interesting in a ways that's just like how you see most things are changing. Like a lot of people are having opportunities to make more content, and just how media is changing. How we view things when it comes to just when we watch streaming stuff. If we see someone that we are attracted to that's a public figure, and we just doing some other seeing those changes too from the past, from the early 2000s, from how the Y2K era, then now with the streaming services like Netflix and so many other things too, and now just like with the internet too, you can make money just doing mostly a lot of things from selling essential oils to twerking your ass off. So it's just like really talking about I just want to really mention that too, and it's just like different topics I was talking with people and just really asking the universe and my mom too, especially just really sharing some advice also when it comes to our what's going on in our environment and so on and so forth. It was just really interesting and to say the least. So I just, want to mention that too in the chat room, especially for those who are in the panel. Also, I'll let you guys in a moment, but I just want to really have a, keep sticking to the topic at hand too when it comes to current events and pop culture, and when it comes to that. If you guys want to talk about anything too, from Trump's, FBI raid to, even just, what you guys like in certain movies that you love to watch from movie like movies from now too, from Thor: Love and Thunder to Dragon Ball superheroes, whatever it calls, to anything too. If you guys want to talk about anything when it relates to our, pop culture and just what's happening in our environment also. So I'm gonna let the lovely guest that's in the panel come in here. So let me invite her in. There you go, Michelle. What's good?
Hi, everyone.
Yes, indeed. So Michelle was in the back. I saw her pop in. I was like, okay, there she is. And so I just want to invite her in here too and welcome Michelle. Good to see you. Hopefully you recovered from last night and all
Yeah.
that good stuff too. And if you want to talk about anything when it comes to, pop culture and just, in our environment, I was talking about Trump's FBI raid too, if you want to chime in on that too, or if you want to talk about something else, you got the floor, have an open discussion, having a good time about it too. So but anyways, if you want to talk about your channel also, that's totally cool too. So you got the floor, my friend.
Oh, I don't really have anything specific to say, I guess. I just got done taking my kids to ride their bikes and stuff. It's really hot out there, so I'm kind of still hot, I guess.
How hot is in your area right now?
Probably not that hot compared to you, I bet. I'm looking on my phone real quick. 83, like that's not hot, but when you're in the sun, it was like, straight sun, it felt hot.
Okay, well that is pretty hot, but
How has my journey been going? Oh,
yeah. And so yes, Lise is all in kind of hype
yay.
because she's Michelle's here too. So yes, indeed. If you guys has anything questions for Michelle, feel free to share it. If you want to talk about anything when it comes to current events, pop culture, even just people on the panel also feel free. And Lise wants to know how's your journey been going.
Well, as far as like politics and stuff, I don't like to talk about politics, so I don't want to really say anything on that. But as far as my journey has been going, I've been noticing like some stuff, like being able to with my intuition and just knowing stuff, and then stuff that I have known or have been given, as Melinda calls it, thought drops. It's like when you get a message from your guides or whoever, from spirit or whatever. She calls it a thought drop, and so it's like it's just a message that pops up in your head. You weren't thinking about it, it just comes to you. So she calls that a thought drop. So I've been having some of those and stuff, and my ear was like ringing last night, but it felt like it sounded not like a ring. It sounded like chirping crickets, like, but in the background, like off in the distance. So if you were kind of far away from the crickets and you could hear them like chirping, that's what it sounded like in my ear. And so I told Melinda, this was after your video, and I told her about it, and she said, just follow it, just, and so I did. And I got the message from my guides that they were like increasing my sense of smell. Doesn't that sound weird? Like my sense of smell. And so I looked on Google and I was like, why would you need your sense of smell increased or whatever? And like, I guess you can smell energy, which I've never heard of that before in my life. But that's the message that I got from my guides. Like you can, like you use all of your senses, right? And so I looked on Google, like, how can you smell energy? And have you ever heard of that saying, I smell a rat? Like when people are saying like somebody's lying, I smell a rat. That was that
Yep.
was the answer that I got from Google, and for Google. And I'm all like, oh, it makes sense now. Like you do use your sense of smell, and I never even thought about it like that. So
Mm,
I don't know.
that's
That's
good.
just what I got last night. So
And
that's
just talking about that too when it comes to using all your senses, because like thought drop, that's a really good way of just tuning in too, just with your senses, but also within yourself. And it's just like now culturally, it's being more accepted now more than ever. I know like some people are just even like in the past too, like saying like if you said like I said, if I was intuitive in the '90s, people thought I'd be like in a psych ward or something.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's like, even just with now too, just culturally, just how things are, that are just older than this U.S. itself is just being accepted now too. Meaning people are being comfortable with it, and it's probably like a generation thing too. It's kind of like even my own dad, he was grew up around like he was born around 1961, and he's like a couple years older than my mom. God bless her soul. And it's just like he even said like maybe I'm intuitive. I was like heard that straight from his mouth when he was just driving from the store, running his errands. I was like, yeah, Dad, maybe. And I always tell him, it's like, I don't hide anything back when it comes to my own intuition. I post my stuff on social media with tarot cards. Family sees it from Virginia, and they're the most church going people, loving people I've ever seen. So it's kind of like, being accept like, well, nowadays too, still, but there's some people too who are kind of like scared of it because it's kind of like the thin, being the veil being thin too. If that makes sense. Like a lot of creators too in this communities that we're part of talking about it too, and it's just really, I was really find that really interesting that now it's being more accepted more than ever, especially from different variety of people. Like with you, Michelle, when it comes to like you say you smell a rat, and it's just like I know like most things like you see in movies, like like with Wolverine. If you guys ever seen Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine,
Right.
like when he's like working as a lumberjack, and then this government, like this the Weapon X program just comes in there too, trying to recruit Logan, and he smells like I smell government, and it's just like like it basically it's kind of like using his senses because he's got that mutant ability to has that keen sense as like as a dog, as a wolf, and he's just like, I smell government, and to
Right.
popped up, they're all dressed in government, and one of them, the mutants, was like a government stooge, hired like a hired mercenary. So it's kind of interesting that small things too are accepted in culture, and especially now too in certain movies, like in Doctor Strange talking about multiverse, and it's just like there's like different like kind of multiverses and realities too, where there's probably like evil versions of themselves or different versions of themselves, and it's just like be right now just even just culturally with most movies, especially with Marvel too, and it's just like they're making it more acceptable for people to have those kind of conversations. I find that really interesting, especially when it comes to multiverses and ETs and spirituality, chakras, you name it too. So yeah, good stuff, Michelle.
Yeah, and they even have like Disney tarot cards now, So I bet most people don't know that, like, like
You ready?
Bible thumpers or whatever, but I bet if they knew that, they would probably be upset. I know, like, when the new Buzz Lightyear movie came out, it's called Lightyear. There is one of the main, well, I guess she's a main character, but she is a lesbian, and so a lot of people were all like, "I'm not going to take my kids to go see that movie," and I took my kids to see it, and my daughter thought that they were sisters or something. Like she didn't even realize that they're in a relationship or whatever. So I'm like, whatever. People are too sensitive, I guess. It's just I don't know. But as far as like me posting on social media and stuff, I don't. For two reasons. One, because I do have a lot of people on my list and stuff that would just freak out. There's a lot of family members. My brother is a Baptist preacher. He's definitely not going to be okay with me reading tarot cards. And a lot of my other brothers and sisters are very Melinda's. Our brothers and sisters are very Christian. They're like, I mean, I'm a Christian too. I identify myself as a Christian. I believe in God. I do. I used to go to church all the time, which it's a long story, but I found out the church that I was in was like a cult because like they were controlling everything about me. I mean the music that I listened to, I got married, okay? And at our wedding, I couldn't have the friend that I wanted to be as my maid of honor. I couldn't even be friends with her anymore because she drinks and she doesn't. Well, at the time, I didn't think she believed in God, but now I know that she does. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, you had to wear like long skirts. Women couldn't have short hair. If you had shorts on and you were showing your thighs, you were considered naked. I mean, they were very, very strict on like everything. And eventually, I realized that it was just like a cult. And so I got out of there. And I have not been back to church. I think I might have went to like a church one time or something. But as far as going to church every Sunday, I can't do it. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. So I just, my trust in churches have kind of like gone down, I guess, since that experience. But
I
yeah,
think that,
spiritual
Michelle.
closet. Yeah. And also, so my second reason why I haven't posted anything on my social media or anything like that is also because for Melinda, because our family doesn't know that she reads as well. And so if I start posting stuff and they click on the links to come and watch my shows, they might see her talking in the chat. And I don't want to put her out there too, at the same time that I'm putting myself out there. So it's kind of like, you know, she's not ready to let people know, I guess, or however you want to word that. I don't really want to talk about her because she's not here, but yeah, we haven't really told anybody yet. So,
Oh,
her son, I do know that her son does read, and he does have a channel. I don't think he does live videos though. So he knows. There's a few people that do know, but besides that, yeah, my family doesn't know.
and it's just like you brought up the word with cults, and it's just like those kind of things too are being exposed. Like, even
Yeah,
just with now too. And it's just like, I have nothing against people who likes to express your spirituality in a healthy and consensual way. If you're into Christianity, if you like to read the Bible, but shove it down people's throats. I mean, hey, more power to you. That's beautiful. Go for it. But it's just like, human nature, just really understanding that, trying to control people's minds, how you should dress, what you think, what you should do too. It's just very sickening. And
yeah,
just seeing this too, like in not only just on YouTube, but in certain on Netflix as well. Like a lot of stuff's just being revealed. It is just like bringing to light to where just like allowing people to just fully, express their spirituality their own way too. It's kind of like, I don't always say this too, in you guys' live streams, like if how you express your spirituality is totally up to you. If you want to dance it off in your spirituality when it comes to dance, music, media. Because with me, I'm like always in my core, I'm an entertainer, but also I'm an educator at the same time when it comes to self care and wellness. That's not going to change anytime soon because I've been like this since I was a kid and I embrace it. And it's just, when it comes to spirituality, because, expressing that when it comes to, if someone likes to twerk, if they like to shake their butt, if they like to just play the, instrument, if they like to just use plants to grow some food, to feel more or less stressed out, you name it too. So it's kind of like, just, I understand the people who like to hide that from certain people too. I get that. Like, with Serena too. Hello, Serena, in the chat, and all you guys too in the chat room too. And it's just like I get that. You don't want certain people to try to get into your business because you never know what they might say or do. So it's kind of like, it's like it's like people you love, like you do want to share, but you have to protect yourself as well. So I get that, and I get that too dearly. And and it's scary too, and it's just like protecting yourselves as well, and especially when it comes to certain people. And it's just like, with cults, and it's just so bizarre. And I heard this, there's a lot of other crazy stuff in like Hollywood too, with crazy cults. And I don't know if you guys watch a show called Smallville. There's this one girl who played Chloe, and if you probably know her name is right. One who plays Superman, Tom Welling, and the one girl named Chloe. She was really being investigated for being in that really sex cult, basically. So I was like, no
wow,
way, that's her. Chloe, like I was like baffled, like to how I was just found that out, and I was like, holy shit! I was like, damn,
right.
and it's just like those, and that was like probably years ago before I met all you guys too in the live stream, like in this community. So it's like, holy crap! It's just like you couldn't believe it, but at the same time, you gotta just wonder what's going on here too. So it's like even just seeing it now too, it's really crazy.
Well, it's like as far as like getting thought drops or getting like messages, Anne, how do you say her last name? Anne Heck, the one that was with Ellen DeGeneres. She just like ran her car into somebody's house.
Anne Hathaway.
No, not Anne Hathaway. It's Anne Heck, or it's spelled Heche. She
Oh, I know
was
what you're talking about.
Ellen DeGeneres, and when Ellen came out, they were together for like 3 years.
Anne Hetch,
Is that how you pronounce her last name? I'm not
yeah,
really
the one
sure.
that passed recently.
Yeah, she just passed yesterday. But
Yeah,
whenever I saw that, like I knew, like I felt like she wasn't here anymore, but she was still on life support and stuff like that. And I really felt like she wasn't here anymore. And that was, back a week ago. And I really felt she's not here anymore. And then next thing you know, they said she's brain dead and
mm,
she was gone and stuff. So I really felt that without knowing any information. Like I said, I don't even know how to pronounce her name. So I don't really know a whole lot about her and stuff. So
yeah, we just sorry for her loss is unfortunate.
yeah.
So
And she has two sons. I think one is like 20, I was reading, and then the other one's like 16 or something. I feel really bad for them. So
yeah,
to lose their
and
mom like
Reese and Serena has some good stuff too. And I'll invite people onto in the back also who just popped in. So
that.
some
Okay,
good
cool.
peoples. It's just scary because people use the same name as God to do bad things. I'm glad you got out. So
Yeah, and like the thing about that is like as far as the church I was in, they grew up that way, like their
right.
parents taught them that, and I'm sure their parents taught them that. And so it's like you don't really, when you're raised that way, and I was just having a conversation with Melinda about this yesterday. When you're raised that way, you're kind of programmed, right? Like you haven't made that decision yourself. You haven't went out and experienced other religions, or you haven't really even looked into it. It's just you're have a very like tunnel vision mindset as far as the way things are, and like they don't really realize that what they're doing is like a cult. I don't think they are doing it intentionally, at least as far as my experience goes. The people were very friendly, very loving, and everything like that. So like I don't think that they were trying to be like in a cult or whatever. It's just that's their way of life. That's what they've learned. That's the way their parents were and their parents were and stuff like that. So, I mean, I feel bad for them because they haven't taken the time to, explore, other religions or anything like that. And I was talking to Melinda about that, and it's like, you need to go out and, I don't know, you just have to get your own ideas instead of being programmed. That's the only way that I know how to say it. If you're being programmed from the time that you're a baby in a specific religion, and it might not even be Christianity, it could be anything, and it's just, to me, it's, you really need to go out and experience other things, and at the bare minimum do research, research other religions, and not just settle with what you were raised as. You have free will, you have a mind, and it's up to you to decide what fits you.
Yeah, mind control of the masses is nuts. I agree, Lise. And I'm gonna invite people onto in the back. So
Okay, yeah.
there we go.
Hey, Mandy.
And Mandy, good to see you guys. Let's
Hey.
go.
Yeah, I noticed you guys were talking about religion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What I can
you want
tell
to
you
chime in
about
on
religion
Mandy?
is it was created, the way they did it was to create to control the
Right.
masses.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not the people that say hi to you or friends in the church. It's the ones that are like the ones that are steady about religion, steady how to do this and how to do that, how to speak and how to spread the word.
And what to believe.
But what they're spreading is a little programs so that people will obey to their whatever way of doing things.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
you're controlling with fear, right? Because
Yes.
I don't know. I don't want to go too far into it because I don't want to upset anyone.
Well, I was an altar boy. And because I was raised to go there. I was also serving mass, and I was like going along with whatever came up. But I also got abused by a priest, which shocked the hell out of me. Then I went out, and then that was a good thing that happened to me because I realized everything after that. I realized that they were trying to control me. Also, I realized, I didn't get involved into the cults, that bring people in for your money, for this, for that, whatever. I've seen a lot of them trying to bring me in there, and no way. And then I developed my own spirituality, which means your soul knows all about your spirituality. You have your unique soul spirituality that's inside of you. You don't look outside of you to find it. You have to look inside.
Fact.
When you connect to that, it opens up a bunch of doors wide open
Yeah.
to your spirituality, to your intuition, to your psychic, and everything else. Because you're
Well,
not hooked to a program, you're hooked to, uh, you're connected to the, what I would call the law of one. Everything is connected, the universe.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Let,
saying.
let me tell you something, right? Mark, the guy I'm singing with, he writes all the songs, and these songs are absolutely amazing, right? The words in them, like words like originality and things like that, and will you remember? And when you remember me and you remember who you are. Now, Mark, before he started singing these songs or writing songs, he was a Jehovah Witness. And it made him depressed, and all he couldn't get out of bed apart from to go to these meetings that he had to go to because his wife went with him, and as soon as he came out of the religion, he started writing these songs, and of course meeting me, I'm not religious, but I'm very, very spiritual. So these songs, these words I recognize. I'm like, you've got to make that one, we've got to do that one, we've got to do that one, because of the words in the song. But when he was in the religion, it just made him ill. It made him depressed and just wanted to sleep all the time.
Yeah.
I had Jehovah Witness come to my place, knock on the door. There was a small one and a tall one, and because I didn't take his paper or whatever was written on it, because I didn't want anything, so he said, "You're not going into the paradise. You're not going to get to the paradise." I said, "What?"
Yeah.
I was pissed off then, and I said, "My brother-in-law was sitting there. My wife was sitting there eating." And all of a sudden I turned around and I said, "Look behind you. I'm already in paradise." They just looked at me.
I said that to one, right, in London.
Bang, and they looked at each other. They were stunned, like, I wonder why they didn't come back.
You have to keep in mind a lot of these people are raised this way, and it's like all that they know. So they truly believe what they believe. I mean, it's not, you can't really.
Instantly, when that person said that, I knew you're going to be the last one that's going into paradise, not me. You are. Why? Because you're going to hit your nose on the door.
Yeah. Well, this one woman, she offered me this leaflet on London Road, and I said, "What's that?" She said, "It's the way." I like that. Do you know the way? And I said, "I already know the way." Yeah. So she goes, "Oh yeah, what's that then?" Well, I'm not going to tell you what I said, but she nearly fell in the road.
But it's really hard to hear you. Sorry, Mandy. Your volume is really low. Sorry.
Yes, I said, she gave me this leaflet. She said, "Do you know the way?" And I said, "Yes, I do. I already know the way." So she said, "What's that then?" So I'm not going to say what I said, but anyway, she nearly fell in the road.
And just coming back with like human nature, it's just
that's the way. Yeah, human nature. That's
and it's just like
in another way.
Right.
But I won't tell anybody if you're in the wrong religion or something. I won't say those stuff. You do what you do. You follow what you follow. You have your own experiences. But I won't tell anybody, like that guy come to me and say you won't get in your paradise. I wouldn't do that stuff. But there's people that do that.
Yeah.
If you don't follow,
it's not nice to
if you don't follow their whatever knowledge, they think, geez, you're a sinner. You're
or something,
Yeah. So,
crazy.
Sorry about that, Jay.
No, it's all right. No, I just want to share a story with my mom too, and it's just like like she even told like my family. I mean myself too. Like I didn't know she was raised Jehovah's Witness because my grandma was. I didn't know that, but it was just the most interesting thing too because she was never like kind of raised me to be that way. Like I had birthday parties, I had Christmas every freaking year, and I never all the 20-something years, and like my mom was on this earth before she passed. I didn't know she was Jehovah's Witness, and I kind of like wondering why she never had her own kind of birthday party. I was very curious.
Yeah.
I didn't want
Yeah.
to like ask like if it was too uncomfortable for her because that's like the last thing I want to do. But I just find it really like surprise like really fascinating too. Like she raised her kids, especially my sister and myself, to just have a regular kind of like
Mm.
childhood, having all the stuff that you want. I mean, say you want, but when you worked hard for it too, and you have good grades and being good at school and all that,
Yeah.
and just like doing your regular thing, going to Disneyland and eating certain things. Like never had like like those kind of like restrictions, and even like when she like with my mom and my dad, because my dad grew up in Christian, like being like Christian family, Virginia.
Mhm. Yeah.
My mom's side too. Ironically, it was like they're from the Mississippi too, from the South, and it's like being a Jehovah's Witness, and even my grandpa too, like he was what raised Christian, but he was the most spiritual. I thought he was like a Rasta because he was very chill, down to earth, no
Mm.
nonsense kind of person. I just find that really interesting with my family. It's just like there's two different kind of like structures. There's one is a Jehovah's Witness, one's a Christian, but they like you
Yeah.
keep like,
But the thing is, with
years.
Jehovah Witnesses, I mean, I spoke to Mark's wife, and
Right.
she's really, really big into it, And I was talking to her about the state of the world, about what's going on and over in Russia and Ukraine, And the things that she said was like things that I actually agree with, So I think the only problem with that religion is it's too restrictive, and there's too many conditions and restrictions around it, i.e., like birthdays and and hello.
Hello.
She was bringing my mouse. I noticed on my screen, like the mouse started moving around on my screen, and I was like, "What is going on?" And she was carrying the mouse upstairs, so she found it.
Hello.
You see your mouse? Because it has the same one like this one too, right? Is it similar?
Yeah, it changes colors.
Yeah, I got it on Amazon.
Mhm.
That's because the
I was
cat
wondering
got
if you saw me, like my face was real confused. I'm like, why isn't my cursor moving on my screen?
Oh,
because the little cat, she took your mouse.
awesome. So a lot of people are just chiming
He's a
in.
kitty.
So
All right,
Lisa,
hold on just a second.
like some religions are groups mixed.
I feel like we're in groups.
Yeah,
Kind
yeah.
love, exactly, Lisa, exactly.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, that's a beautiful way to do that. And it's just like with spirituality now too. And it's just like, just how things are with people too, just want to find their own spiritual path and just how it's affecting our culture as well. It's just the most beautiful thing. Even just with now too, like, live streams like this and on other people's platforms too who are into spirituality, tarot, oracle, mediumship, you name it, plants, tantra, you name it. And it's just like those things more people are talking about it more than ever in the spiritual community. And it's just, even just like before too, like I really, really, really dived deep into it in like 2013. I was, being a gym rat, just pumping iron, just doing all that too. But it's kind of like meeting some new people who are very grounded and very, just real people. And it's just like changed my whole perspective of spirituality. And it's just like,
Well,
was
originally, there's 72 different religions, right? And the first religion was spirituality, what we believe in, and what we teach. It wasn't all of these other different religions. They came afterwards,
Yeah. But it was needed because there's value in the religion. There's value that people learn. Value, it's better than hate. It's better than
It's
everything
better
else.
than hate. Yeah, but we don't
And
hate,
violence
do
and
we?
everything else. But there's still,
Yeah, we don't hate, so we're not doing anything wrong,
right.
I mean, I can't mention what I do in Mark's house. Mark knows what I do, but his wife doesn't. And one time I mentioned it, and I got the look, and I thought, shit. And then Mark gave me a lecture on never to mention it ever again. So things like that. That's all. Oracle and tarot.
Right. And it's just like, Mandy, it's just one of those experiences that you experience and learn from that too. And it's just like Marsha was mentioning something too, like, let me see if I got highlighted. Let me see if I find out what Marsha says. You should- she says, even though you're raised that way, you should study the world. If your teacher is telling you something different.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I mean,
Yeah, me
about
too.
being programmed and stuff. You should go out and do your own research and explore
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
Do what feels right for you. Everybody should always do that.
Do you know what I think was the most disgusting thing? Right, I don't remember it, but my sister told me, my older sister, and she laughed. She said, "Haha." She said, "Mandy got kicked out of Sunday school. I got kicked out of Sunday school when I was about 5, right, for singing the wrong song during hymns. I was singing,
Wow.
do you want, yeah, what's he called? Gary Glitter. Do you want to be in my gang? Yeah. Do you want to be in my gang, my gang, my gang?
Oh yeah, I do know that
my
song.
gang. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I was singing that instead of singing the hymns, and I got kicked out. 5 years old. That is disgusting. And that's religion.
is.
It is disgusting.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy changes names like he changes shirts every friggin' day.
Oh, let me confront this real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, because he just told me the same thing in another chat, and he had another name. I'm not that stupid,
Exactly.
I don't know who this person is, so I don't.
No,
This must be who you were talking about.
I hit the guy immediately. I know exactly who that person is. So, none of that.
Fabio.
Yeah.
His picture didn't look like no Fabio. That's all I got.
But that's the same picture, but he changed his name while I was on another chat today, and he told me the same friggin' thing to tell whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And last night he had another name.
People. Oh.
And they took the picture of that person.
Look.
Hey, you got to watch your channels. Watch your channels, people, because this guy, he runs around and he takes pictures of people that are on live and pretends to be them in a way. But he changes his name a little bit. But he took a picture of one of us on live last night and pretended it was her.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
That's what I'm saying. I'm warning you guys to check your channels, because Linda G got hacked and pretending that she was doing readings, and all of a sudden people were So
how can you pretend to do a reading?
Well, because they take your picture and people think that you are you. They thought it was Linda G and it was lending money to her for a reading, and it wasn't her.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
This
Man,
guy, he does the same friggin' thing. I think we believe I think he does the same thing.
Yeah, he does need help, Marsha. And it's just like, and I mentioned this too last night in my live stream. So if you see any account that has like someone impersonating me or Ron or Michelle, anything to report it, anything like that too. Because, I told them I want to never do that to anyone, to my people who follow me on my live streams.
If you put the guy on screen here, you'll see the friggin' face. That's what he showed me today, but he had another name. And I wrote it. I got it copied and pasted on my what do you call WordPad or something? Because then he comes in here, the same friggin' guy with another name. So I said I knew.
Yeah.
That's what I knew. And last night it was.
You recognized the head, didn't you? You recognized the bald head.
Yeah, but he wasn't the guy last night. He was somebody else. He took a place of picture of one of us, another woman that was with him, and he pretended to be her. That's what I'm saying. Same friggin' person, because he said what he said here. He said to me on another chat today. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah. So just be on the lookout, guys, too.
Yeah.
Just make that announcement. And especially, just taking the time. If you feel uncomfortable, just taking the time to connect with your breath, taking a deep sigh in, because you never know. You experience that in your live stream or anything else, too. Just, if you feel unsure, uncomfortable, just taking the time for yourself to just breathe, to just ground your energy, protecting your energy at all times, protecting yourself, your privacy on YouTube. Yeah.
Also, he subscribed because people said, "Well, you have to subscribe to make a comment." So he subscribed. He got a YouTube, and you can report them, and they'll shut down his YouTube. You know what I mean? Because being subscribed, you got to go to YouTube. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying. But he took another name today. There's two names, different names today. So he
If
must.
something doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. Always go
Yeah.
with your gut.
Yeah, let's shift around the focus here too. We don't want to focus on that guy too, but
Thank
you know,
you.
just be on the lookout too. Just I'm gonna
Yeah, just sort of look at.
yeah, just on the lookout too. Especially keep tell it to like Debbie, Sonia, you name it. Just be on the lookout for people who are trying
Yeah.
to like
It's
scam
better
you.
that people know. They don't know. Well, you don't
Mhm.
want to be caught like somebody takes your name and starts pretending it's you and get private readings and start charging when it's not you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely don't do any readings in charge. So if anybody contacts you under my
Well,
name,
you
no,
don't, but
it's not me.
I can do that, or Jay could do that, and they pretend that they're you, and somebody
yeah.
can
Or if
scam.
they're just trying to get you to certain programs, like
Yeah.
there's a lot of scammers out there on YouTube and
Yeah.
Instagram. You got to be really alert of that because I've seen that time and time again on social media. I could spot a scammer a mile away. So be on the
Yeah.
lookout, people, especially for those who are content creators. If you type in your name, if you see like a second account that does look suspicious, report it to YouTube, block them to let the voice be heard too. Just be on the lookout. People are trying to impersonate certain people with content too. So yeah,
That's
but
probably a good idea to go on and search your name every day just to make sure that there's not another one.
Yeah, because I have a community page, and they comment on the community page and pretend they're you, and it's not you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they get into your studio and the comments and everything. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've had some weird comments left on mine, and it was I wrote a comment on. I think they might have seen me on Irish Granny because I commented
yeah, I
and
know
see my name because they left a comment. I won't say what it was, but then when I went over to Irish Granny's channel, they left the same comment to her as well. The same person, you know.
You're right.
So
But yeah,
people
just
got
be on the lookout, guys, just with that too. So it's kind of like, just be on the lookout. But, we just want to change the vibe of the live stream. Because, it's good to talk about this, but I don't want you guys to be all depressed today too. So,
Yeah.
No,
at least, seeing 4 people on the left panel too. So thank you for that, at least. And if you want to jump on, at least too, if you ever want to, feel free to let me know. I'll email you, jump on with us too, if you want to. If not, that's no pressure. But if anyone wants a reading from all 4 of us too, feel free to post your questions in the chat. Because I only got 2 questions right now. But if you want to say like you want a reading from us too, something spiritual, love reading too.
I got a question for you. When you
I'm
going
going
to
to use these cards.
What would you say? No, hold on, Ron. What'd you say?
He said, "When do you want to start?"
when you
Oh,
when
you
you
wanna
want to start?
Start now. Shoot. Let's get the party started.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I understand, Lise. Yeah, so no pressure. If you feel like it today, that's cool. So thank you for being here though too.
Yes.
Oh, just a heads up, I do have to leave at 6:00 my time, which is in an hour and about 15 minutes. So, because my daughters have a swimming party with their school tonight, and it starts at 7, and we're gonna stop and get some food before we go. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The kids come first.
Yeah.
Comes first. Exactly. So yes. So Kiba.
Love card, please. Right.
I want to back this up a little bit.
I'll do a love card from the Lover's Oracle. A love card for Kiba Lyons, please. These are not the easiest cards to shuffle. And my hand's still not working. Okay, this one's
here. Sorry. Go ahead, Mandy.
Okay, this one says embrace. Okay, And it says, through each other, you find the missing pieces. Okay? Through
I
each
like this
other, you
card.
find the missing pieces. Okay?
Ooh. What do you got, Michelle? You say you're going next, or I could put you in the
Oh
big.
no, I was telling her I like those cards. They're really pretty.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
they're
sorry.
lovely, they are. There's another one here. It says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it's only in being true to yourself that you can actually be true to others. Okay?
Mm,
Yeah, look.
good stuff. So anyone else wants to go for Kiva for a love card, feel free. I'll put you on the big screen if you want. So there we go. If not, I could go too for Kiva. So you guys aren't ready.
Yeah, you can go.
All right, I'll put it on the big screen then. So Kiva, I have a really interesting message for you today too with your love card, and just with all about illumination, just really taking the time for yourself to liberate yourself, connect with your independence, find that key to freedom. Just with this message here too, with Akate, this beautiful goddess energy here too, with this powerful message for you too. And it's just like when it comes to love, the first thing that when it comes to illuminating yourself, finding that key to freedom, finding your independence, and just really finding your sense of independence, finding your freedom, that key to freedom too. When it comes to this message, just really integrating that too into your entire being, with your body, with your mind, with your voice, with every fiber of your being too, for your love message for today. Because in order to just to truly embrace love too, we got to start with ourselves and just find that sense of freedom and to express ourselves, to just find that key to freedom, illuminating ourselves too is really important. And so with this message, Kiva, and sorry for the glare too on my laptop because it's so clean and shiny. Just hopefully this message really resonates with you too. If it does, feel free to comment, Kiva. And much love to you. All right. So,
I'm ready.
all right. Theater mode for Ron. There you go.
Right, okay. Imagine that. Today is the 13th of August, right? Saturday the 13th. I picked the card, it's number 13, and it's about insight. You see the energy, yoga position. It's a woman, and all that light and love and energy in there. So the message is for you, Kiba. It says, refine your psychic senses. You are or about to see further, higher, and deeper through space and time. Your psychic skills are expanding and seeing through the lens of your soul. Hone your abilities by reading about or doing a workshop or intuitive development. We are all psychic. It is part of who we are. But we have to trust that this ability into the background in favor of other senses. Problems occur when we keep looking at a manifested world for proof of our worth. You are worthy because you are here. There is nothing to prove. You could become an intuitive reader if this is something you desire. It could also mean you are learning to trust what you feel, and the next step to take will drop you into your mind in the following days. That's the message for you. There you go.
Oh, my friend. Awesome, man. That's so
That's
cool.
funny 'cause I pulled a card to go with that. Well, I'll do after you carry on. So, okay.
Oh, you wanna
Yeah, it's embrace your sensitivity.
There you go. There you
yeah.
go.
It says your
Information.
sensitivity is sacred, is a sacred gateway to your intuition. It's a special receptive radar that picks up energy and signals. In fact, your sensitivity is one of your greatest assets and the key to your survival. The more you connect with it, the more miracles and synchronicities you will attract. Okay?
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Cool. So you want to go, Michelle, or
Oh yeah, I have 2 cards here.
Cool. Go for it.
Okay, so the first card that I pulled for you, Kiba, is Map. And then this is the compass plant. And on the top, it says, which course takes me home?
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right. And so the message for you with this card is compass plant is aptly named. The golden yellow flowers are always reaching for the sun, towering over most of its companions in the prairie. The fingers of the lobed leaves eventually position themselves upright, pointing north and south in an effort to minimize sun exposure. The flat surfaces of the leaves lie east and west, offering travelers a useful reference point. Are you at the crossroads or a decision point of some kind? Each of us maps our own destiny. Sometimes we need markers on the journey when we feel lost or unsure which way to go. These signposts help us remember who we are and why we are here. Today, Compass Plant suggests an exercise of reorienting yourself. Whether you're still learning to use your internal compass or the edges are worn smooth, now is a good time to check in. With pen and paper in hand, head outside if you can for stillness and caressing breezes. Free write or use these prompts. What are your values? What are your core beliefs? What brings you comfort and joy? If your present path feels aligned with these personal truths, keep trusting your navigation setting. If you find any discordance, explore why. Do you feel pulled to chart a new course? If you're facing a multiple choice question, which direction brings you back within yourself? That's home. And then the second card that I pulled for you is the moon. And with this card on this particular deck, the keywords is eternal, introverted, reflective, and so like reflective. So with this card, I about dropped it. So with this card, the map card is suggesting was suggesting about path as well, if I remember correctly. I can't.
Yeah.
I changed the page. Sorry, I was going to reread what that part said. Okay, compass plant, because the compass is all about pointing you what way you should go, right? And so this is, saying on here is reflective. Okay, and then hidden, subconscious. I don't know what that word is, so I'm going to skip it. Sorry. Fluid, gentle, soft. Phases, of course, the moon is all about phases and cycles. Releasing and going with the flow, and dreaming and emotional. And it says trust your instincts down at the bottom. So that's the message for you.
Good stuff.
Well, we were all getting the same message, really, for her, really, weren't we?
Mm-hmm. They all align with y'all pull for Kiva.
Yeah,
So love.
yeah.
So that's really good advice we can take to heart, Kiva.
To use our sensitivity and intuition as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a full moon now. Well.
Yes, indeed. Full moon cycles. Now it's in a waning period too, so it's kind of like there's gonna be the next like new moon cycle. And that's a powerful time for to plant some seeds to manifest too. So it's really interesting. But much love to you, Kiva, and to your lovely mom, Marcia, too. So good stuff there.
That plant, the seeds, I've potted the seeds you sent me, Kiva, and they're growing now. There's little shoots coming out, little like leaves.
Oh, that's cool.
Won't be long. Yeah.
Sweet. That's awesome. Yeah. And so, Lise, if you're still here, she wants an uplifting message too for today.
Jokes. Right.
If you guys haven't checked out Lisa's channel, it's very interesting. She walks in beauty. So, awesome content creator. Give her a shout out.
I'll give you an energy oracle card. Okay. See where your true energy is. She says she's feeling a bit down.
Yeah, let's cheer her up too. And JR, I saw your question. Good to see you. And I put down your question.
A message from herself.
Yeah.
She walks in beauty.
They had Marcia Green one of the cards too.
Yeah, I got her also. So
okay.
I got Lise, Marcia, and JR. So don't worry, these eyes are like Hawkeyes, so I don't miss a thing. If I do, then I must be sleepy.
Thank you, Marcia. I like it.
What time did you go to bed last night? I went to bed at 2:00.
Freaking 3 a.m. I woke up at 7. I'm
Wow.
not human. So, and after this, I'm gonna take a long nap before my live stream. So, you probably won't see me till tonight.
Yeah.
I have a message for Beauty. I always call her Beauty. I know what her name is, but I've always been calling her Beauty, so that's what she is.
Yeah.
Plus, she's a beautiful person to me. So
Well, she walks in beauty every day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing wrong with that. She represents her name, so that's
Yeah.
awesome.
She is beautiful.
Yeah, awesome person too. Very down to earth and very knowledgeable too. She's like a walking library too, so it's very interesting.
Jesus.
Hey Nancy, good to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Please.
Okay, I've got one.
Okay.
Now this one is the 6th chakra.
6 chakra.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Archangel Metatron. Okay, I'll just put my glasses on.
Sure. Take your
A
time.
bit slow because the sound still doesn't work properly. So. This one. Okay. The 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, is for clarity of thought and personal vision. To upright, this very powerful Archangel Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra or third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective towards broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold and the cloud of confusions are clearing. In some way, this could be a new beginning for you, for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in years to come? Create a clear picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. And your affirmation is, my 6th chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. My personal vision guides me, and my thoughts are peaceful and clear. Okay, that's a good one.
Very powerful.
No need to be feeling down the dumps with one like that.
I'm ready if you want.
All right, Ron.
Resonate.
The big screen. Here you go. You can
That was for she walks in beauty. Okay.
correct.
Okay. Here you go. Number 30. There is only light. There is only light, as you can see. Okay, this person, another yoga position, but there's only light. And the message is for you. Darkness is just an absence of light. Light is sought after any extraordinary. What is sought after and extraordinary? Okay. We seek clarity of light, a lightness of being, and light bulb moments. Light bypasses the analytical mind and takes us straight into loving wisdom. Yeah, you gotta calm yourself down up here in your mind, okay? Because sometimes we overanalyze stuff and things like that. It is time for you to step into your shining light. Be illuminated. Let light in. Today is the day to release any disturbances in your energy. Happiness will come naturally unless you do something to prevent it from happening. Release all that is stopping happiness from flowing into your world, and it will appear before you. It seems too easy, but it's truly that Simple. Unless you release this, you will remain connected to the belief that struggle is required, perhaps more respected. Lessons laden path. We often take on the belief that if we struggle, others will think more of us and we will appreciate things more. When we go against your soul, you move away from your brightness. The darkness is aside. It is time to feel your way back into your heart and soul. Do things that make you happy. Create space. Have fun. Laughter. Watch a funny movie. Take trips outside into nature. Release all that. That's holding you back.
Yeah.
That's all. And listen to your heart, not up here. But listen to it.
Yeah.
Let your heart guide you. Okay.
Mm,
Unconditional love.
Just focus on the good times
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
had. Yeah.
yes, indeed.
And
So
that you can have. And the indigo that they give you for your third eye is healing. It's the color of healing. You know, indigo.
mhm,
That's good.
yes, indeed. So
Yeah.
yes, beautiful message for Lise. And also, I think I'll go next, because I have a really powerful message for you, Lise. And it's just when it comes to listening to your heart, that's always good to do, also. And especially when it comes to your mind, too. This is always good to listen to that, but just really not being stuck in it, too, in your head, in your mind, too. Just, go on this thing, too, just really connecting with your heart. And even just your aura, too, just, entire being. And for you, Lise, in this powerful message too that I have for you to help you cheer you up. It's a really powerful time for you to really connect into your inner badass. And I got Artemis. And you see this picture here too with Artemis. She's just this powerful warriors too, this, badass right here. And it's just about individuation, just really connecting to your individuality, to you connecting to your true self, your independence, really getting to know yourself deeply and just like for you to really just integrate in that badassery too that you have, really integrating that with your mind, with your voice, with your body, etc. And it's just like Artemis too, like she does not play around too with this warrior goddess, message here too. And just like for you to help you uplift your spirits, it's just like, to spiritually just really connecting to your individuality the best way that you can to really integrating that into your entire being. Not just with your heart and your mind, just with everything too. So it's kind of like, with that body, mind, and spirit connection, just to really connecting to that individuality too, connecting to that badass that you are, that you are still a lovable person, but you don't take any shit from anyone or anything. So it's kind of like for you, at least, to cheer you up, especially with this message here too, just really connecting to your individuality, connecting to that inner badass that you are, and just really embrace that too with your entire being. And so hopefully
Mm.
that was helpful too, at least. And Artemis is very, very, very cool picture here too, really artwork. So it's really awesome stuff here too for you, Lise. And much love to you. And so I think if you're ready, Michelle, I'll put you in the big screen. All right, there you go.
Okay, so beauty for you. I was shuffling, and the card literally just fell out into my lap. And the card that I have for you is manifest. We all know what manifesting is, and I originally was going to tell you, get a notebook, write down everything that you want and be very specific. Don't say, I want a man, if that's what you want right now. Don't say, I want a man. Write down details, like how do you want him to be? Like what specific, personality would you like him to have? You can write down anything that you want. I actually just saw a video yesterday of Steve Harvey was saying that. And then he was saying, to get a notebook and write down everything that you want, make a list of everything that you want. And so I originally was going to tell you, get a notebook, write down everything that you want. But for some reason, I got the message for you to write it down on a piece of paper, make a list, and write down what you want and to burn it for some reason, to burn it because it's when you burn it, you're releasing those words and you're putting them out there is what I got from that.
Dust to
That's
dust.
what,
Yeah.
right. As above, so below.
Yeah.
So that's that's the message I got for you.
Yeah.
Cool.
And they work. They really do. They work. I do them. And what I do is I surrender what I don't want and then I ask for what I do want. I've got one here that I did today. Do you mind if I read it?
Please.
Because I actually did it today, and I is it? Where is it? And so what I do is I just allow spirit to write it, you know, so it's guided. And I say, I surrender the success blockers from my subconscious mind to the ideal original source of all true creations, for my ideal ability to create more freely in it as I am now stood standing, in the ideal original here and now of it, creating music passionately, manifesting magical musical moments of joy joyously, in harmony, harmonizing in it as an ideal original duet with Mark, who is my co-singer in the Stir Crazies band, eternally. In it as I am, bridging the gap between the true original between the true original source of who I am originally, to be able to create better in an ideal original alignment, aligned to the ideal original source energies as who I truly am in the now of it. I did that this morning.
That's
And
awesome.
then today, I'm with Mark in the studio. Oh my God. And was this answered? Yes. Yes. It was awesome. We were so in harmony together, singing. It was absolutely amazing. We've recorded the CD of a compilation of the Beatles songs. And it was the first time ever that we did it so good. And that was after I wrote that. You know? Like I said, they get answered. And you have to, I did it with a red candle. I used a red candle. Where is it? There, put it. Can't find it. Yeah. One of these. Just a little one. You buy them on Amazon. Got a big box down here. Oh. These.
Oh, nice. That's a nice box there.
There's 100 of them in there.
Mm.
And they're not birthday candles. It says birthday candles on the box. But when I bought them off Amazon, it said they were for spells. You know? For casting spells. Which is what I did, because I asked to be successful and passionate. So I used a red candle.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Mandy. That's awesome.
And it worked. It really did. And something just flew past me then. Did anybody see that? Something white just flew past me.
Nice. So that's awesome, Mandy. Thank you for sharing it too. Hopefully.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Michelle.
I was going to say I have something else for Beauty on here. It says to worry is to pray for what you don't want. Choose your thoughts wisely, and that's a quote from Anna Grace Taylor. And then also, so I felt led to buy a book at I like to go to thrift stores, but anyway, so I felt led to like buy this book, and there's like little quotes in there and stuff like that. And instead of like using cards, I kind of like. In my mind, just the idea was to like flip through, and whatever page you stop at, that's what you should read. So I'm going to read one for Beauty, and it says, the one that I just got is, what happens is not as important as how you react to what happens. And then I'm going to do one for Kiba, because we did just read for her, and I just now thought to do this a little bit ago. Yeah. Okay, so for Kiba, it says, you've got to believe deep inside yourself that you're destined to do great things. So, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that for Kiba and Reese, Michelle. Awesome stuff.
That's good.
Good stuff. And much love to you guys also. So I'm going to get to Marcia and then JR. So she would love a card from each of us also. So
okay.
Marcia. All right.
I'm going to give you a Crystal Spirits card.
Oh, that sounds cool. Thanks.
They are. I love these. They're my newest ones.
I think I read for Marcia last time using this deck that I'm about to use, because I remember getting soulmates, and that's the card that's on the bottom of the deck. When I picked it up and I looked at it, it showed soulmates. So I wanted to tell her that.
Interesting. Most interesting, like the operator says. Nice.
I can't even hold the cards today.
Is your hand okay, Mandy?
No,
Shuffling?
the pain's gone, but my hand is still numb and not working properly. Weird. It's almost like that. I can't even close it. What?
Oh.
Gotta be careful.
Weird.
Oh.
Apparently, that's what a torn muscle can do. So it's like not hurting today, so that's good. Eventually, it should heal. It's worrying.
Interesting. So I think I'll go first for Marcia because my card flew out really, really quick. So I'm gonna take that question now. So, Marcia, I have a really interesting message for you from the universe, from spirit too. And feel free to let me know if this resonates. I really got a strong heart chakra feeling for you also. And when it comes to compassion, my friend, for you, Marcia, just really taking the time to really integrate that into your heart, to your entire being, to just to really, find that clarity for yourself, to really showing compassion for yourself if you're going through these kind of challenges in your life. And it's just like, this beautiful feminine, God is here too, showing you in, just, with this, all about compassion here too, just really showing compassion towards yourself, taking the edge. I say taking the edge off, but just really showing compassion for yourself in a very powerful way to just, not to be hard on yourself, to just really, bringing that into your entire being, to your body, to your heart, to your mind, and just with everything too, even in your relationships too, with yourself and with your family, and so on and so forth. Because in most things too, and I'm just getting this feeling too with this message, just when it comes to compassion, when you're just taking the time for yourself to just really not to be hard on yourself, you really allow yourself to just not only just to heal, but to let go too. So it's kind of like, oh, let me take the time for myself to just bring some compassion towards myself too, and just really, if you want to say an affirmation to help you, connect you to, be more, when it comes to compassion too. Feel free, wherever that feels comfortable for you, Marcia, and with this message, and feel free to let me know if that resonates with you too. So this card flew out like like I was throwing cards at Las Vegas, so it was very interesting.
I've got one that goes with it, actually.
Go ahead.
Pink sapphire, and this is about forgiveness, right? It says forgiveness and choosing to heal, acceptance and letting go, and soothing the heart. Have you heard that forgiveness is a gift that you give yourself? Pink Sapphire Spirit's message to you is not to concern yourself with the law of karma right now. For while your loving heart wants to see justice served for the good of all, in this moment you are called to align yourself with the universal laws by choosing to heal yourself. It is time to start the process of forgiving those who did you harm, and that means deciding consciously that they will not determine your story of who you are and what you have experienced. For you are a powerful storyteller and co-creator, and you will tell a heroic tale of overcoming that which has caused you pain. Your willingness to engage in healing, to free yourself from past and soothe your heart, is an awesome superpower. Pink Sapphire Spirit is here as a reminder that you can do the work, that walking through the forge of fire and letting go of the pain will remake you strong as steel going forward. You will persist And as you embrace the wisdom you have earned, find the power to say never again. By making the choice to heal yourself and forgive yourself for not knowing better, positive things are to come, and you can rest assured that the conscious universe is your ally in this process of healing, acceptance, and forgiveness. Your relationship message with this card is embrace your power for healing now, says Pink Sapphire Spirit. And that means turning inwards instead of concerning yourself with others at this time. Let go of any urge to go over all that went wrong or to relive the past. You deserve to feel joy, confidence, and faith. To do so, you must let go of the old stories and release the pain that is no longer serving you. Sometimes it lingers, so if you feel it coming up, let yourself experience it on its way out of you. Have a good cry, vent, get all that energy out of you, and then feel yourself filling up with the love and acceptance that you deserve. Coming to you, courtesy of the love bearer of the conscious universe. Pink Sapphire Spirit is here to remind you that you are all you need to be. You are whole and beautiful, and the conscious universe knows how very strong you are. I know that too. Prosperity message. Claiming the affluence you deserve means letting go of the belief that you do not deserve it. Forgive yourself today for what you didn't know you didn't do, and commit fully to healing the self who mistakenly believed your destiny was to live in scarcity. That is not what the conscious universe wants for you. Forgive the conscious universe for seeming to be absent at times. Forgiving yourself for getting in your own way. Forgive others for not being who you wanted them to be. Clear away the old stories. This is really good, this card. Clear away the old stories to make room to co-create abundance and tell a new story of overcoming challenges and owning your strength. The conscious universe really does want you to have it all. That you need to know. So clear the way through the powerful act of forgiveness. Your crystal spirit meditation is Pink Sapphire teaches forgiveness and assists us in moving past old fears and into a space of being open to not only giving love but receiving it as well. Meditation with this stone helps open the heart and ease the emotions, especially those related to relationship wounds. So this is a pink sapphire. Okay, that's what it's like. Pink sapphire.
It's a beautiful stone.
It's good.
Looks very magical. So that's good stuff. So
Lovely message. You know, I mean, believe it because it's true. Yeah, I know that.
Facts.
Okay, I'm
I'm
ready.
in a band. I attracted and manifested a rock band. So you know what I mean? It's true. It works.
Mm-hmm.
But just forgive yourself first, and then all the others after. That's what I did.
Yes, there you go, Ronnie boy.
Okay, Marsha Green. I have number 43, which is enlightenment. Look at the energy. That's Gaia. That's the earth. You belong to the earth. You're here on earth. Look at the energy of the earth all around you and yourself. So evolution is guaranteed. You are Jesus. You are waking up from your old habits and patterns. Exactly what's going on. At times you may feel bewildered or not quite like yourself. Relax, all is well. You are just keeping up with your evolution and the life that you desire. Your body and mind are adjusting and adapting to your new and loving soul perspective. It is common for your mind or your body to resist, react, or panic when you experience the unfamiliar or unknown. However, from this higher vantage, you can change any story that splits you in two and heals any wounds. You are not trying to replace a negative memory with a positive one. Instead, see all components of a memory so that new conclusions can form. An unbalanced memory recreates the drama every time it is called about. It is talked about or remembered. This event or person will be blamed for pain in your life today. A balanced memory has no charge or activation and becomes wisdom. That's your discernment. That's called discernment. You may even come to see a challenge as the best thing that ever happened to you. Once you change and heal your opinion, enlightenment will shine through as wisdom. Use your discernment in all that you do. That's the message I got for you.
Beautiful, man. Good stuff. And Michelle, you ready?
I am. Mhm.
Cool. There we go.
Okay, so the first card that I got is time to go. So there's something in your life, or maybe it's something that you're like holding on to, maybe a thought, or like maybe something that you did that you feel like might have been the wrong choice, the wrong decision, or something that you're not letting go of. You're just kind of holding on to it and not forgiving yourself because Mandy said right before Ron did his was it's time to let go or time to forgive yourself. I'm sorry. She said time to forgive yourself. And this says it's time to go. There's um something in the way of your path that is just like kind of stopping you. I don't know what it is. Maybe you know what it is. And then the second card that I got for you is Milk and Honey. And I was just kind of like wondering why I got this card. And I was going to read to you what it says. It says the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. But then I read in the chat where you said that you've been sick, and it was like, okay, honey is it's a natural healer, right? It's used as an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antibacterial agent. It's used for a lot of purposes, right? You can use it. So I was just thinking, well, maybe that's the reason why I got this card was Milk and Honey was because of the honey. You said that you're sick, so maybe try to use some honey, whatever you're going through as far as like a sickness. Google whatever it is that you're feeling and honey, and see if there is a way that you can use honey as like natural medicine, right? So that's the message that I have for you.
That's what you call a hot toddy. A hot toddy.
What's
Milk
a hot
and
toddy?
honey. Milk and honey with a little bit of ginger.
I don't know what
some
that is.
whiskey.
Oh, you said whiskey.
Brandy.
I'm in. No, I'm
Yeah,
just
old
kidding.
brandy.
Marsha Green, this is the card I pulled for you. You asked in the chat. It's enlightenment. Okay. If you didn't see it, maybe I pulled it too fast. There you go. So I hope, can you read that or is it upside down?
No,
It's-
it says enlightenment.
It says enlightenment. You can see it.
So
Okay.
random milk and honey from the Bible.
Okay. So that's what I got for you, Marsha. You asked for the cards.
It's beautiful how the cards we pull for Marshall really go together. You know, just about letting go.
Yeah,
showing
they do. All three of them.
That was that's Gaia in the middle. If you don't.
the earth,
Yeah.
the original mama. You're the
That's
one
your center.
Yep. There you go.
She's
So
a cool mama. I was thinking about you today, Marsha.
yes, Marsha is that
This-
mama. This is.
Our seeds are growing.
Hey, Gaia, there you go. That's awesome. Good stuff. So much love to you, Marsha. Hopefully you loved your adventures. Also, many blessings to you.
Mhm.
And the last person that we're going to get to is JR. And she wants a message from her
Oh my
dad.
God. Okay.
All right, JR.
A message
Hello
from
to
Gaia.
peeps in the chat room. If I didn't say hi to, much love to you guys. Baby Ann, Gina, Kiva, all you guys. Keith, good to see you guys too. So it's good.
We'll have to go after this.
Okay, man. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you, big bro. Yeah. Yeah, I'll support you too, man. Just, I'll be on the, I'm on a Hawkeye kind of troll patroller. So I'm like, don't make any kind of shit in here. I don't play today. When it comes
Yeah,
to
well, if you see that troll tonight, you let me know.
let them know, Ron. Give him the one.
Because he's actually going to each of our channels. So
Yeah, just be on the lookout.
he's not the same name. Just don't.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, keep a lookout for sure.
Yeah, I'm on later tonight. 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. PST time, and 7:30 Central time. And tonight, my guest is Lisa from Xena Place. Xena's Place. That's her name. Her channel.
She's awesome. Does a lot of cool stuff with Jim too. So.
Yeah.
And it really shows too. When I wake up, they're live. It's like, can I stay awake? Can I watch their live stream?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Lisa is awesome. So, if anyone wants to go first for JR.
I've got two.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got for JR?
Hiya, hope you're feeling better, sweetheart. Alright, I've got Merlin. Okay? And this is from the Angels Among Us. They're really, really cool. They're like new age angels. See? Modern day angels. So this one's to do with alchemy, manifestation, and magician. Put my glasses on. Okay. Merlin. Keywords are magician, manifestations, and alchemy. Merlin is best known as the wizard of the Arthurian myth. Arthurian myth? But he is not just the stuff of legends, he is a powerful ascended master who can support you on your own magical journey. Merlin is an ancient wise one, a master of alchemy and keeper of ancient and hidden mysteries. He is connected to pagan and druid spirituality, and as with all wizards and witches, he works with the cycles of the earth, of time, and the planets to assist him in his manifestations, and he can help you do the same. So the Lionsgate is still, I think it's still open. The Lionsgate portal is open for like 4 days or something like that. So this is a good card for this. Okay, so the Oracle says, you have the power to alchemize this situation. Use the tools and skills you have at your disposal to create the outcome you most desire. Love and relationships. There is a time to be a hermit and focus on your own magical... There is a time to be a hermit and focus on your own magical path, and a time to get out into the world and connect with others. Make sure you are balancing them both. Your home life. See your entire home as an altar. Think of the walls as your vision board. Place things around your home that remind you of your goals and dreams and all that you are grateful for. At work, you have the power to change whatever isn't working in your job and career. Change your job or change your mindset. Money, manifesting more money often seems like the answer, but it's actually what we think money can do for us that we most want, not the money itself. Ask yourself what it is you want, money, or money to do for you, and focus in manifesting that instead. Ask yourself what it is you want money to do for you, and focus on manifesting that instead. Got it out that time. Okay, your well-being. Something needs changing in your life so you can bring more flow and ease. Remember, if you want the outside world to change, it starts with changing your inner world. Your spirituality. Work with manifestation and magic through candle spells, potions, chants and mantras, vision boards, and writing letters to the universe. Like I showed you earlier. Don't forget to always ask that your magical workings be done in alignment with the best and highest good of all. Call on Merlin for assistance with manifestations, making your life magical, connecting with ancient wisdom, seeing the truth, symbols, messages, and meanings in the legends and stories, and for alchemy, and for creating change in your life, owning your power, and working with dragon energy. Embody the energy of Merlin by believing in the power of your own magic, by making things happen through intentions, will and action, looking for opportunities and potentials instead of blocks and challenges, taking what doesn't work and turning it into something that does, and balancing your light and shadow. Okay?
Mm,
And then I have another one. Sorry, I've got two.
that's okay.
This is Goddess Gaia.
Oh, another
Yeah.
clean message. There we go.
Mother Nature, the elements, and the provider. You see, she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if I find it.
Mm.
Okay. Goddess Gaia is the personification of the great Earth Mother. She is the energy of Mother Nature. Gaia has been worshipped around the world since time immemorial. Goddess Gaia is our ultimate provider. She is the air we breathe, the earth we stand on, the water we drink, and the fire that warms us. She is our planet, our home, and she is us. The oracle says, "You are always provided for by the Great Mother. Whenever you feel lacking, look outside and you will find abundance all around you." For love and relationships, there are times when you will be the provider of money, time, love, and support, and there will be times when you need to let others provide for you. Flow and give and take in your relationships. Work. Be grateful for the way your work provides for you. Look for areas that your work can provide for you in even more powerful ways. At home, the earth is your home. No matter where you are in the world, you are home. Money. Trust that your material needs will always be met. Do your part to receive them and be grateful for all you receive. Well-being. Ground your energy and connect with the earth beneath you. Put your bare feet on the earth outside and eat fresh fruit and vegetables. Disconnect from your tech to reconnect to the earth. Spirituality. Reconnect with the part of you that is Gaia, the part of you that is the earth. We are Gaia's children, and she loves and cares for us deeply. Explore nature-based religions and spiritual paths, such as shamanism, druidism, and paganism, or any other you are called to follow. Call on Goddess Gaia for assistance with feeling at home on this planet, your material needs not being met, growing your abundance, allowing more flow into your life, connecting with the earth, and working with the elements of nature. Embody the energy of Gaia by flowing like a river, burning like fire, standing strong like earth, listening to the wisdom on the wind, and living an abundant life. So if you want it all, you can have it all.
Mm.
Anything you want, you got it.
Awesome. Thanks for that wonderful singing note message.
Yeah.
That was awesome though. So good stuff for JR. And if anyone else wants to go too, you know,
We can let Ron go now because he said that he had to go after this reading. So
Yeah, he
just in
did,
case he
didn't
needs to go.
all right, big bro, you look tired.
Hey, that was for JR, right?
That was for JR.
Correct.
I picked 5 cards for you, JR, the Light Series Tarot, and the first card I got 7 of Wands. As you can see, this person, it's all about your creativity. It's all about your the magic, okay? Using your creativity, doing your meditations and things like that surrounding you. Okay, there's a lot of creativity around you. So, whoa. Okay.
Doggies are in this stream too.
Yeah. So I have the 6 of Pentacles. It's like an exchange of abundance, exchange with people that are surrounding you. Your creativity is coming out, and there's a lot of abundance around. Exchange abundance with other people, other relations. I have that the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about working on your spiritual journey. As you can see, there's a bunch of steps going up. You're doing the work, and you're doing the work, and you're climbing up and doing your spiritual work that you need to do. This is you, the Queen of Cups, using your feminine intuition, balancing your energy, balancing your emotional energy, all the energies that surround you. Okay, you're doing the right thing, and you're on the right path. Then I got Justice. That is looking at yourself. Okay, looking, balancing. You're the mirror work that you're doing is helping you grow and develop. So you're on the right path. So that's what I have for you. That's the guides. That's the message from you guys.
Beautiful.
We're all supporting you.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Thanks for sharing, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so, who else? You want to go, Michelle, or you want me to go?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
All
Whenever.
right. Let you go.
Okay, so for JR, I got the first card that I pulled is the Hanged Man. And as you can see in this card, there's no movement in this card at all. They're just kind of stuck. He's stuck in this one spot, and he's just not moving at all. He's kind of like, just stuck. So also, obviously, everybody knows the Hanged Man is like looking at things from a different perspective. But for what I really am focusing on and I'm getting is just being stuck in this one spot, no movement. There's something that is, it's just really got you stuck. You're focusing your thoughts and your mind, and there's something, I don't know what it is. I hope you know what it is. But there's something that is just got you where you're constantly thinking about this thing. It's just on the forefront always. And so the card that I got to follow that is balance, right? So you don't want to keep yourself stuck. You don't want to stop. You got to have balance. It's okay to think about things that are going on in your life and to try to come up with a solution, like thinking things in a different way, like to think of another solution. But you don't want to you don't want your whole day to be, let me wake up and I'm constantly thinking about this one thing, and it's all throughout the day. It's stopping you from, because no movement, it's stopping you from doing other things, right? You want to find that balance. You need to just make sure. Okay, so if you're going through something, okay, everybody always has things going on, but you don't want that to be your entire day where you're not having any other movement. You got to find that balance, right? So you got to have the good and the bad. Make sure you have good along with the bad. So that's the message that I got. And also I got I kind of wrote down things so that way I remember, because I have a short-term memory. Ron got the 6 of Pentacles, which was exchanging, which to me, that's also balance, right? It looks like balance in that card. I put no movement in the card. Don't let this keep you stopped, and to find balance in your thoughts. So that's the stuff that I wrote down. So, and then also I wanted to do one of these, and I forgot to do one for Marsha. So I'm gonna get a card for J, or not a card, a message from the book for JR. So the message is, the man who believes he can do something is probably right, and so is the man who believes he can't. That's really smart. I've heard that before, but so that's the message for you.
That's
Yeah.
good stuff, Michelle, for JR. And and so since I'm the last one too for you, JR, I have 2 messages for you too, and it kind of goes together to what everyone is saying too on the panel. And feel free to let me know what you think, or what you felt from these messages too, and it resonates with you too, JR. And it's just like the first message that I have too with this beautiful goddess card. And it's just like, with Hera too. And it's like really Greek themed messages that I have for you, JR, by the way. And it's just like when it comes to commitment, when it comes to this message, really for you also, my friend, and just to remember anything that you really that's important for you when it comes to your spiritual growth, to your personal goals, to your career goals, wherever that may be too for you, especially for your relationships. Really, really taking the time for yourself to really, staying committed to that, really integrating that into your entire being, with your heart, with your body, with your mind, with your voice. Just really doing your best to just really staying committed to anything that's really important. But it could be from your family to your goals to your personal goals when it comes to self-care, staying healthy, taking care of your energy, so on and so forth. When we take the time to just really be committed to things that are really important for us and really just sticking to it too, it really helps us to be consistent, not just, to help us taking action with it, but to really stick to it the best way that we can. And so to help you taking action with that also, JR, just with this divine masculine message here. And it's just like with Hades too. This is really, with death. And this kind of comparing to like, similar to the death card too in the tarot deck. It's just like new beginnings, doing something new, moving on from the past, to do something new, like new beginnings, new journey. And just really for you, JR, just really taking action to just doing that when it comes to, staying committed to any goals that you want to set for yourself. So it's kind of like with these 2 messages together, with Hera and Hades, it's like, whoa, these are really powerful messages here. It's all about the first one, and staying committed to anything that's really important for you, where that may be for you, JR. And just really taking action to just doing something new also. Just really doing something new for yourself when it comes to those commitments, for yourself. Any goals that you want to set, whether it be for personal, spiritual, you name it too, and even for your relationships, really taking action to really taking action to do something new, wherever that may be too, and just go for it too. And so these are very powerful, spiritual messages for you, JR, just for today too. And feel free to let me know if this resonates to you. That way I pray for you also. And much love to you, my friend. So good stuff.
I have something else for JR. I was getting ready to put the card back in my deck, and on the bottom, the star is on there, and that's hope. So always have hope. Always, know better days are coming. So
Yeah.
And then can I do the thing real quick for Marsha, because I forgot to do one for her.
Sure. Go
If
ahead.
she's here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's see here. It says, Give me beauty in the inward soul, and the outward man will be at one. And then there, if we do not, or If we do what is necessary, all the odds are in our favor. Should I read that again? Because it says, give me beauty, and the inward soul and the outward man will be at one. And then the other quote is, if we do what is necessary, all the odds are in our favor.
Awesome. It's for my show and JR too. So thank you for sharing that for my show, Michelle. That's
Can I
good.
give one more card to JR?
Yeah, go
Well, I
ahead.
have to go, so I just gonna say
Yeah,
take
see you
care,
later, bro.
everybody, and
See you later, Ron.
hope I see you tonight, you guys.
Yeah, for
I'll be
sure.
at a swimming party, so I won't be able to watch you live.
It's
I'll
okay.
be asleep.
So
What time is it, Ron?
take care, everybody, and good night.
Yeah,
night,
see you later, bro. Thank you for dropping on, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye bye.
Bye. All right, Mandy,
Right,
go
so
ahead.
this card it says nourish yourself. Okay. Have you been using food to numb rather than nourish? Be honest. If so, break that pattern today. Show your cells that you care by choosing healthy, wholesome food made with love. Eat your veggies, make a green juice, and toast to your longevity. Cheers.
You know
Eat
that
some bananas.
Huh?
You're gonna go very
Eat
good.
some bananas.
Yeah.
We're good. This to wait for tonight, Michelle.
I have bananas in my kitchen.
Bananas are good for you. Yeah.
That's for tonight, Michelle. Now you're just starting to pot up in here. So,
Yeah.
oh my gosh! But Mandy, what you said about nourishing yourself, and with doing something new is about letting go of kind of like stuff like when it comes to food, like just using food to nourish yourself, and just to with anything else, that's a good way to do that too. So, kind of like this the card that you pulled, Mandy, really kind
I
of.
mean, eat celery. Celery's really nice. That's what
Celery
I
is
did
good.
on
It's
my
damn good.
diet to begin with.
Celery is a
Stop-
negative calorie food.
Is it? No.
Yeah, it's a
calorie.
negative calorie food because it takes your body more calories to digest it than what is actually in the food. So it's a negative calorie food.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And it takes the place of sweets or candy.
Celery is actually one of my favorite smells. I don't care for the taste a whole lot. I do like it, but it's my
Just put it
favorite
in a
smell.
dip.
I love
Have
the
a
smell
dip.
of celery.
Yeah.
If they made a celery candle, I would buy it. I for sure would.
Or celery bananas. Oh, that's
I
not
think
gonna
you
go.
could probably dip it in chocolate spread as well, but you've got to stay away from that.
Peanut butter. Yeah, body chop.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter. It's good. Protein. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So much love to you, JR, and hopefully you love the message that we all pulled for you too, especially with Ron before you left, and myself and Andy and Michelle too. And if you guys are open to it, you want to pull some cards for the collective, then I can wrap this up. So I can take a nap before yeah. So yeah, but yeah, if you guys want to talk more about bananas and
Tonight we can.
tonight, being humorous, there's this place for that too. So feel free to drop on my channel too at 8 p.m. Pacific time too. So it's gonna be a fun night, kind of like with Friday, right, Michelle?
Yeah.
I'm gonna program myself to wake up and watch.
If you guys haven't seen Friday's show, I highly recommend it. It's when I pulled that card for Michelle, I had to stand up. I was like, son of a bitch. I had to stretch it out, shake it out. I was like, I couldn't believe what I just pulled.
I felt like you were going to pull it. Like I felt like you had it. Like after I saw your reaction, like I was like, yeah. I literally had a tear in my eye. Like I had to wipe it away. It was funny.
Are you naughty like your sister?
Not as naughty as her. She has no filter.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, Melinda, we just love her.
Yeah.
We do. We
Melinda
do.
cracks me up.
Yeah, shout out to her. Mhm.
Yeah. She speaks my language, so I always understand her.
Yeah. She's a wild one. Yeah.
Okay.
But she's very grounded at the same time, which is interesting.
I got a card here. It just jumped out. It's
Okay.
bronzite.
Bronzite. Ooh,
Bronzite.
that's a beautiful stone.
Crystal. Spirit crystal. You see the the face in the crystal there, look. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's have a look. See what it says in the book. Can't bloody use that thumb either to turn the pages. Don't. Oh, lost it again. I got it. Okay. All right. The essential meaning is loyalty, trust, steadfastness, self-respect, trusting that the conscious universe has your back. This is for the collective. For now is the time to be sure you trust in the conscious universe and remain true to your authentic self as Bronzite Spirit appears with the message that loyalty must be earned. Be judicious in extending your trust, knowing it is a gift from the conscious universe that must be honored. Respect others by being trustworthy yourself, speaking of them in ways that are honorable. Heal the past by owning your role in it so that you can trust yourself again, having learned the lessons that will strengthen you. Relationship message. Even if you have been betrayed in the past, you can heal the sting, by extending trust again, as challenging as that may be. Bronzite Spirit reminds you that this time, however, you are much wiser and stronger, much more mindful of the signs that signal you need to step back and nurture yourself. Innit? Hey, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Being true to another is an expression of the beauty of the divine, and you have this capacity. Your loyalty and steadfastness will be rewarded by the conscious universe, perhaps in ways that you don't expect. Be true to yourself, knowing that a loving, respectful relationship with yourself lays the groundwork for a loving, respectful relationship with another. Remember, you are always protected when divinely directed. Prosperity message. Your true heart is recognized by the conscious universe, who wants only the very best for you. As much as you want to trust others, be mindful of others who you sense do not deserve your trust. Cautiously and mindfully venture to lend your loyalty again anyway, knowing that you are where you are meant to be, and you have the conscious universe as your ally to send you signs when a situation or individual warrants your caution. You can release your fears by being affected by the negativity of others. Be steadfast in your convictions as you work with others to build and maintain a firm financial foundation for yourself. You are stronger and wiser than you once were, and now you can trust yourself to know when you must make a change. Take action or speak the truth. Let go of your self-doubt, for Bronzite Spirit is telling you that you can be trusted to know what you need to do to make good decisions regarding your finances. Crystal Spirit Meditation. Meditation with Bronzite can assist in discerning what needs to be released in order for us to heal. Due to its iron content, it is also a stone of strength, lending support as we allow all that no longer serves us to fall away. Wow, what a good one, eh? We'll get one of those, everyone. I'm gonna.
Right?
Yeah.
It's Yes,
Fronte.
indeed. Good stuff. Thank you for sharing, Mandy. And shout out to Kelly. Doesn't catch me on Oracle's Wellness. She's in the
Hey.
chat. Had an awesome time with her on her birthday stream last night. So it was really fun and awesome. If you want to check her out, also her channel's linked in the description below. Same goes to Ron and Michelle and Mandy also, and Luis too, and so many other people as well. So you want to go, Michelle, or you want me to go for the collective?
Oh yeah, I can go.
All
I gotta
right.
find my page again. Okay, so the card that I got is the Orca, and it says on the top, it says dive under the surface. And what this card says is when you look at the ocean or the surface of a lake, the first thing that you see is a reflection of the sky. The water's surface is a mirror hiding the depths. When you dive deep, you discover there are worlds within worlds below that mirror the surface. Underwater is its own magical kingdom, a world of love and song and family. In the language of the Lumi Nation of the Pacific Northwest, the word for orca translates to the people beneath the sea. Orca holds up a mirror showing us another possible world, one with the different ways of communicating and creating family. Orca asks, what is possible when you dive under the surface? Are there other ways to live and be? Can you create an ultimate world for yourself? Sorry.
Mhm.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so I have some awesome messages for the collective too that we can all take for today, this month, this year. If it resonates with you guys too. That's totally cool. And just, the first message that I have to the goddess to the divine feminine message for the collective is, with all about beauty too, with Helen of Troy. And it's just like seeing the beauty, of ourselves too. And especially when it comes to, us as human beings, just seeing the beauty of ourselves and just, what we have in our lives also. And just in general too, just really seeing the beauty of everything in our lives, from our relationships to ourselves, how we value things, our mindset, our bodies too, especially. And it's just like, beauty, just really, integrating that into in your entire being, not just with your heart, but with your body, with your mind, your voice, with everything too, just to really, with beauty, just to really embracing that too fully, when it comes to beauty, seeing the beauty of everything from nature to, our relationships with our family, with people that we're dating, and especially when it comes to our career path also, and just, us in general as human beings, just, really seeing the beauty of ourselves too, really putting our own spin to it as well. And however you do that is totally up to you when it comes to
Mhm.
seeing the beauty of everything too. And just, with the second card that I have also, and it's very, Greek related too, and it's just with hypnos. And this is all about sleep. And I get this awesome and powerful message is just to really, when it comes to, resting, self-care, getting some good night rest, and just how you practice self-care, but also with another message when it comes to sleep, not sleeping on anything that's really important. So really just taking action when it comes to this message, just really seeing the beauty of everything too. Just to really not sleep on that too. Just really, not, I say let it go to waste, but also just not sleeping on it too. And just when it comes to sleep, also just taking action with that. Just really taking the time for ourselves to just rest, recuperate, refill in our cup, sleep if we have to also, because, sleep is essential for the body, the mind too. And then taking action, and sorry for the glare too, when it comes to just, to sleep, just, resting, recharging our batteries, and just really not, discarding anything that's really important, you know, about ourselves also, just really taking note of that. And just with the tarot message that I have too for the collective is to also with the Seven of Pentacles, just to really plant some seeds, really just growing some options there too when it comes to anything. So when it comes to taking action to really practicing self-care, getting some sleep and not sleeping on anything that's really important also with another metaphor, and just really planting some seeds too for yourselves. And it's just, the Seven of Pentacles, you see this guy is just really plant some seeds, this just can be more than just physical. It could be just, mindset things too. It could be like writing a journal, just write some affirmations down, plant some new seeds, for yourself, and just really integrating this message too with the Seven of Pentacles. And so, with that being said, well, those are the cards that I pulled for the collective, and hopefully that resonated with all you guys who are watching this too. For those, especially for those who didn't get a reading, also. So, much love to you guys, and Michelle and Mandy and everyone else here too. I can't thank you guys enough for being here too. And just with everything, also, much love to you guys also when it comes to talking about things in our current events, from religion to spirituality to pop culture, name it, and just really have an open discussion about that too. And just
remember to nourish yourself.
That's a good way to plant seeds. There you go.
Yeah.
Gratefully good. And just like putting your foot down when you're protecting yourselves from trolls and anything else too, who's trying to bring you challenges too, and just learning from those lessons and just really setting some boundaries down. It's like, hey, motherfuckers, you ain't gonna do this. Put my foot down. Protect yourselves however you see fit. Especially for content creators. Just be on the lookout.
It doesn't hurt to say no sometimes.
Say no, protect yourself, especially if you see any kind of phoniness or fake, profiles on YouTube or Instagram. Really protect yourselves. Keep getting the word out too. And just, continue to be yourselves also when it comes to just practicing your own spirituality too. And just,
protect yourself as well, because your energy is so vital to you. No one else's, it's yours.
Because not only is your energy important for you, but also you project that out onto other people as well. So I might be having a bad day. I have to make sure that I'm not being grumpy with my children. And then it's like cause and effect, like dominoes. Yeah. So that's another reason why it's so important to protect your energy, because you don't want to spread the negativity,
Exactly.
Because, wherever you allow in, you carry it with you.
Yeah.
We just do.
Exactly.
Let's avoid things like that,
Exactly. I gotta learn to do that also, because there might be days where I'm just not having it, grumpy, and it's like I can't make sure I don't take it on the wrong people, like my dad or my friends or you guys.
It's so important for us psychics to protect our energy, because we're open to bad shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, self-care is so important. And I saw a meme or something like that, and it was showing somebody taking their cup and pouring into somebody else's cup. Well, when you do that, you're losing some that is in your cup, right? Because you're giving some. And the meme that I saw, or I don't remember what exactly it was, but instead of like pouring from your cup into somebody else's cup, what if you put your cup on top of their cup, and like you're pouring into your cup, and it's overflowing, and now it's flowing into the cup below you. That's why. So it's so important to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, your cup is going to be empty eventually. There's going to be nothing else to pour out, right?
And then good to no one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to take care of yourself, and that's one thing that I've learned.
Yeah, you have to get your energy back somehow. And usually it's by losing your temper and getting angry. You know what I mean? Or eating ice cream.
Yeah, you really just gotta say when it comes to setting boundaries and just putting your foot down. It's like this is what I will tolerate, and this is what I won't tolerate. That is the clear thing. It's just like
for sure.
I've just had to say no to this girl. She's 20 now, I think. But last year, it was a year ago. Last year, she obviously got kicked out of 2 more places, and she wants to come back and stay with me. I'm like, no, sorry, last time you put me in hospital, girl. Do you know what I mean? The stress of it.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Having her in my house, talking to me the way she was, and she just wouldn't leave. And I'm not going to go through that again. No way. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah.
Once bitten and twice shy.
Good job for you doing that.
I feel really good for it.
I heard that you have to take care of yourself first, because nobody else is going to take care of you.
That's it.
It's your job to take care of you. But I do have to go, because I don't want to be late for the pool party. I still have to feed my kids and stuff. So much.
Hey, if you gotta go, family is first. So thank you for being here.
I'll be on your in your chat later.
Okay. Talking about your
if that banana card comes out one more time, I swear I quit. I will just die from laughter. I know it.
I'm gonna highlight that, send its picture to you. There you go, banana.
All right. Good night, everybody.
And then I
Bye,
see you.
darling. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye, Mandy. Bye, Jay.
darling.
See
And
you.
everybody in the chat. Bye.
Yes, indeed. So, Mandy,
Yeah.
thank you for sticking around too, and much love to all you guys too in the chat room who popped in and say hi and so on and so forth too. And
Yeah.
so, if you guys want to check out Mandy's channel, also she'll meet in Divine Feminine Wisdom Tarot and
Yeah.
Michelle Shining Light Tarot on Unconditional Love Tarot. She Walks in Beauty, and so many more people too have a channel like Debbie Fever Spirit, Sonia Marie Lee, Katie Moonchild, and also Doesn't Catch for Me Wellness. I can't forget her. So if you guys want to check them out, also their links will be in the description below. And also, since I have to promote myself, so last but not least, if you guys want to send me some feedback about my content, my live streams, if you guys want to collab with me in the future, also, there's my email, herb213@gmail.com. I answer my email on a weekly basis. And just if you guys want to reach out to me when it comes to staying on social media, if you want to see more exclusive content, as well as my Patreon page, or if you guys want me to hook you up with some awesome plant tools with essential oils and so much more, feel free to check out my link tree at any time. Right now in the chat room, and especially in the description below too, with all the links that I posted too. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tonight and also on Ron's channel too. So I'm going to be doing some troll slaying, basically. I say troll slaying, but troll patrol. And that's a good way too. Troll patrol is kind of like keeping the peace. So it's kind of like, but I'm going to take a long nap for tonight's live stream. If anyone wants to pop in to be humorous and spicy and spiritual at the same time, just have a good time on the weekend. Just really being yourself and having a safe space to do that too. That's consensual and healthy and so on and so forth too, with the Tantric Lounge after hours. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys later on tonight and next week. And may we continue to practice self-care that can not only benefit us, but our loved ones in our environment. And I'll see you guys around in these YouTube streets. Bye, everyone. Peace.
Yeah. Oh, I'll just say something about Wednesday.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be my first year anniversary on YouTube on Wednesday, and I'm coming on with you, aren't I, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's right.
yeah, if anybody wants to come and wish me happy anniversary, my first year on YouTube since I did my first video, that's on Wednesday.
The Wednesday. Cool. Sounds good. That'd be a good topic for Wellness Wednesday. How to celebrate.
17th, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thank
Jay.
Yeah. All right. Cool stuff. Looking forward to it, Mandy. Congrats.
Yeah.
And so, with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys around later on. Peace, everyone. See ya.
Yeah. Bye.